So let me guess, you're trying to write some lyrics, you go into a notepad and you can't fucking think of anything. You stare at a white screen, nothing comes to your brain, you get frustrated and you quit. This, my friend, is called writer's block. It is creative block that you are experiencing, and unfortunately no one else is going to tell you how to solve this. However, in this video, I am actually going to tell you how to solve it in a way that no other YouTuber will. Contrary to what you might think, there is actually a practical thing that you can do right after you watch this video to completely get rid of your block that you're experiencing. Now, you might be thinking to yourself that this is just going to be another bullshit advice, some stupid YouTuber who just tells you the same old shit of just take a break from making music. Just go wait until the creativity flows to you. Shut the fuck up. That is not what this is going to be. My solution is not pretty. It is not something that you are going to fucking enjoy, but it will work for you. I remember 2 years into my journey of making music, I experienced this problem every single fucking day. I would get very motivated to make some music and I would get super hyped to sound like all of these rappers that I was listening to. All but the problem is that I didn't know how to write fucking lyrics. I just didn't have it in me. It just felt like I had this label of myself that I was not a creative person, and when it came to writing lyrics, I was not the person that could do it. And so anytime that I would get motivated to make some music, I would download a beat, I would put it in the FL Studio, I would go to listen to it and write some lyrics, and the page would stay blank. I would get frustrated, and because of that frustration, I would just quit, and slowly my desire to make music kind of just declined because it just felt like, what is the point anymore? Like, I can't write lyrics. Why do I even do this? But I had this part of myself deep down at my core that still wanted to be a music artist. I just had to figure out how to get over this. Now, your first step to getting over this is understanding that there is something inside of you called resistance. Resistance isn't a real thing. However, every single artist, any professional artist, any artist who has experience will tell you this is a real thing. What resistance is it's essentially just your brain not wanting to do what you want it to do. Resistance manifests in a lot of different ways, such as you procrastinating, just saying you're gonna make the music later, so you're just gonna close the project and you're gonna do it later, saying that you need to just wait until it's more of a better opportunity where like the creativity is actually supposed to come to you. These are signs of resistance. It's something that your brain is gonna try and convince you that will try to get you to not be creative. And it's really important to be able to recognize when you are having resistance, because that's what's kind of stopping you. See, the main form of resistance is not the procrastination, while you might deal with that, or it's not the thinking it needs to be the perfect opportunity where you're like in a creative mood. Those are forms of resistance, but another form of resistance that you are going to experience is trying to be perfect. What's happening in your brain when you aren't able to write anything is you have set an expectation that you should be able to write something. And because you have put that onto yourself, now what is happening is you have essentially hijacked the part of your brain that generates ideas on its own, and you've set this new program for it to say, you need to write me something good, and if you don't write me something good, I'm going to judge you. And this is actually not how your brain fucking works. Your brain does not be creative by you telling it to be creative. It doesn't work like that. The way that you be creative is you essentially put an idea of what you want to happen into your brain. You give it a direction to go to, and it goes to that direction automatic. So I'm going to give you an example, and this might not make sense as I explain it, but I am telling you this will change your life. I don't know if you're able to drive, but when you do drive, for your first few months, you have to really think about staying inside your lines. You have to make sure that you're not smashing into cars, you're not like too far over into the other lane. You have to really think about turning your wheel the correct way, correct? Yes. But as time goes on, when you make these subtle corrections and you show your brain what you're doing right and you're doing wrong, it automatically starts to just do it on its own. And then after 6 months, a year, you automatically can just turn your car how you're supposed to, unlike you used to not be able to when you first started. But now what would happen if you kind of overthought the turning of the wheel again, and you started to really try really hard to do it? Odds are you probably wouldn't fuck up because you just have like that you know, the muscle memory already. But if you really do try too hard with it, you are more prone to fuck up. And the reason for this is because you are trying to control the outcome instead of just letting your automatic brain do it itself. And this is the same thing that is happening with your creativity. You are putting an external judgment on the things that your brain is generating. You're saying that they're not good enough, and you're telling it that it needs to do something different, but you are not in control of that. That is not your job. So now I hope this made sense. Maybe it didn't make sense and I sound like a fucking moron, but I am telling you, like, this is real shit, dude. Like, it actually works for everything in your life. So now, how do you use this to your advantage? Well, the first thing that you need to understand is that there's going to be pain when it comes to writing lyrics. Like, you need to bore yourself. That is the first step. You need to bore yourself. You need to be okay with sitting at the fucking page, staring at nothing, not knowing a single fucking word to write down, and just be okay with that. Accept that that is going to be your reality for a little bit, and stop going into it with the expectation of thinking that you're going to write some crazy lyrics. Now, step 2, this one is going to sound a little bit outlandish, and I can completely understand, but if you don't want to do it, then don't fucking do it and click off this video. I'm telling you, this step alone will change your fucking life. What you want to do is you want to set the program in your brain to where you want it to go, but allow the brain to take you where you want to go. So what I mean by this is what you need to do is you need to see yourself in the state of someone who can write very good lyrics. And the way that you do this is you just essentially close your eyes and you imagine yourself writing good lyrics. You don't actually like write the lyrics in your visualization because you don't really know how to do that yet, but you just simply imagine the words coming to you and you getting the satisfaction of writing these lyrics down and feeling the emotion that comes with the uniqueness and the creativity that comes with you writing the lyrics. You feel that sensation inside of you so that now you have set the program of your brain to go there. And now you're no longer trying to pry open your brain for this creativity. You're not sitting there saying, give me some fucking words to write down. Give me something. Like, this isn't good enough. You're not doing good enough. You're not creative. I'm not creative. This is all fucking bullshit. You're not doing that anymore. You're telling your brain where you want it to go, and you're allowing the brain to take you there. You just relax and let your brain do it for you. I can understand if this video seems like bullshit to you and you don't want to try. I really don't care, bro. I know that this shit works. You can follow with it if you want. You can hate on me in the comments if you want. Tell me that I'm a moron. Go for it. Boost me in the algorithm. I love you, bro. If you need more help with your music, I have a video on my website that you can go in the first link in the description. It's a community basically where you get to meet other people just like you who watch this exact same content, who make music. We're all kind of improving ourselves, working on our mindsets, just like the stuff that I'm sharing in this video. I share with you all of the mindsets that I've already known for like creativity, making better music, doing all that shit. It's really valuable. So just go first link in the description, go check that out if you are interested, and go join the community. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helped someone. If it didn't, I might as well just kill myself. Thanks for watching, brother.